As a prepper in an urban environment, it would be wise to carry a means to defend yourselves if able. Usually that means carrying a pistol. If you search online, you'll hear all manner of opinions on why appendix carry is terrible and small of the back works, or vice versa. What I want to do is focus on a man so proficient at his craft that not only was he spared and not made into a missing person by the government, he was filmed by the forerunners of NCIS, the NIS, in a 1980s version of Pics or It Didn't Happen. This man is Teddy Medina, a member of the Sparrows, the urban assassination unit of the New People's Army, a communist revolutionary group in the Philippines. They target military and law enforcement officials and officers, as well as people who leave the NPA and suspected double agents. They not only target Filipino authority figures, but they have killed American servicemen as well. Their most famous target was Colonel Nick Rowe, the legendary Special Forces soldier who created the US Army SEER program. While going to work in an armored limousine, 2 assassins attacked his vehicle with a .45 caliber pistol and an M16. 21 shots hit the vehicle, with 1 round finding an unarmored portion of the car's frame, hitting Colonel Rowe in the head, killing him instantly. Not much is publicly known about Teddy before his arrest. While he was being held, he bragged about his skill with the pistol and his participation in numerous assassinations. The result is a video where he demonstrates the skill and technique he used in order to fulfill his contracts. If you haven't seen this video, here he is drawing a full-size 1911 from deep concealment in less than a second. He also demonstrates the technique next to one of the fastest agents in the Philippine National Police. And here he is demonstrating his one-shot accuracy with his carrying technique. The Sparrows worked in groups of 2 to 3, the third person being a backup to kill the other 2 assassins in the event of failure or capture in order to prevent them from talking to the authorities. This is where Teddy Medina's story begins to come to an end. Why he agreed to make this video is left to pure speculation. Did he want to be recognized for his skill? Did he want to up his street cred? Did he want to brag? Or did he think that full cooperation would lead to the government sparing his life? For whatever reason, he agreed to do this and essentially signed his own green light death warrant. Other members of the Sparrows had heard he was arrested and was now interacting with US and Filipino authorities. He technically was, giving them the clearest insight into their tactics and capabilities. There is no doubt he was seen helping stage scenarios and being filmed demonstrating it on the street. It's also been said that his payment, in addition to remaining alive, was the watch that he's seen wearing throughout this video. In any case, whatever his motives were, he paid for this video and the insight we've gained with his life. While not the most tactically sexy way to carry it, it highlights tactics that may be used against anyone, and why we should remain aware of who is approaching, whether walking on the street or driving a vehicle. A man built like Teddy would probably be the last person a prepper would suspect as a threat. The threat has a certain mold that fits within our society's cultural depictions of what a bad guy is supposed to look like. On the other side of this coin, we imagine gun-capable good guys as physically imposing and who may or may not be former servicemen or former law enforcement. Teddy Medina was a Filipino male of average Filipino height and less than 150 pounds. There are more people like Teddy walking around today who may be just as skilled, who may be just as devious, and while they might not be communist assassins, they could very well be a well-rehearsed criminal or someone who is holding a grudge. You can't truly prepare for a well-executed ambush, but you can always mitigate the dangers you can face by preparing your mind and thinking about situations in your daily activities where you are vulnerable, and then working to eliminate those blind spots from there. I'm trying to highlight Teddy's biggest lesson. Regardless of your equipment, practice makes deadly.